Hi, peeps. I'm in dire need of a nap. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can. Lord, I hope y'all can. Weehaw. Yeah, of course it is. Because of course it would. I don't know why it is. Let's fix that here. There, that should be better. Can y'all hear me now? Hope y'all can hear me now. I need a nap. Lord, I need a nap. Oh, I need a nap. Hello. It's better now, but yeah, right at the start it was very loud. Let's see. We got Kami, we got Dude, we got Cheese Form. Hi. How are you? That's an interesting name. We have Hawkeye. We have Nightbot being a weed. We have Shaman. We have Soul Reaper. We have Alanna! Hello, how are you? I hope you're well. Hello, Melissa. How have you been? I hope you've been well. I am insanely tired today. What we ate today? I had a piece of cube steak about 20 minutes ago. So yes, I've eaten. Should I have eaten more? Probably. I made dinner, I grabbed a cube steak for what I made for everybody, and then just like fed everybody and then ran for here. Had a very interesting nightmare fuel-filled moment where I came in here, I turned on my computer, I heard a horrific noise coming from my PC fan, which is never a good sound. Freaked me right the fuck out. And then I checked my PC fan. And I discovered in my PC fan the remains of a spider that I just chopped up to bits because I turned on my PC. Poor Miss Moffat never saw it fucking coming. Maybe eat produce in your general direction so that you eat. I mean, it would be probably appreciated. Make a hell of a stir fry that way. Did you bring a Ford F-150 or a car? I did not. Rip Spider. Rip Spider indeed. So I spent like 30 minutes cleaning my PC fan because that was horrifying. Sorry, your PC was buggy. Lord help me. But yeah, so that's how my day's gone so far. We killed Buffett. No, what about the spider base? Oh. They should know better to sleep in the middle of a turbine then. But I did eat. I ate today, and apparently so did my computer. So it's fine. I probably should have eaten more, yes, but like, if I took the time to like eat a full ass dinner, there would just be no stream tonight. So I ate enough to sustain myself because it was a decent sized piece of cube steak. Like I do not feel hungry. And I also ate some ramen earlier today. I ate like ramen with Spam and egg. It was pork flavored ramen. Mizu made it for me, which meant there was a lot to make sure I was satiated because Mizu makes sure that I eat. So I have eaten today. So I just wanted to access the web. Oh my God! That's so bad. Jack Russell eats every spider he finds, but if it's an ant, he plays with it instead and tugs its legs. Odd. Our cat has eaten a couple of spiders, which has endeared him greatly to Mizu, because Mizu is horrified of spiders. So he eats spiders, and we had a mouse that got in the house a while back because Hilda discovered that Hilda can open doors. So Hilda can open the outside door, discovered she could open the outside door and let a mouse in. Well, Beans caught it. So he's endeared himself to everyone in the house. And then I was just happy because he's a catto. Like, I'm just a sucker for a catto. No offense to you, but you look undead, buddy. I mean, yeah, I've had peeps I've met out in public lately tell me the same thing. It's like, damn, dude, like, we know you died twice, but we didn't know you were actually a corpse in disguise. What's up? I was like, for one, that was funny, but for two, damn. Wait, Hilda can open doors. You've seen Hilda do it! Coming to my palace, since he's fed to the spider. But no, you've seen Hilda do it. Like, the back door, like, Hilda's been able to open that for a long while. But, like, it's the reason why for a lot of our doors have, like, these sideways handles because they're easier for my grandmother to access. Well, any of them that lead to outside, instead of pulling down to open them, you have to pull them up to open them because Hilda can get herself outside. They either have to be pull up to open or they have to be an actual knob, which the actual knob doors we don't have much of because my grandmother can't grasp them right. So we've had to reverse all these door handles. It's always hilarious when you get someone new that comes in. Like every time grandma gets a new nurse that comes in, because she's got a nurse that shows up like once or twice a week. But when they have someone new in training that's coming by, or they've rotated a nurse out, every time you can tell they haven't been to our house yet before because they don't know how to get into the house or get out of the house. Because the thing pulls up to do to let people in and out. And it's hilarious to see. Oh, I need a nap. Oh, I need a nap. But we're going to beat this boss today. That's the objective. I'm beating the boss today. I'm kicking it in the dick today. That's what we're doing. I'm going to beat the Roaring Knight. He's going to die. I'm going to do it. I don't care how tired I am. I've gotten so damn close. Heavily influenced by Chapter 2 and Noelle's reaction to the car sections. Was the Asgore theme for Undertale? Oh shit, I can't remember what his theme is called. I know I can hear his theme, but I can't remember what his theme is called. The sound I just heard sounded like someone may have been a weenie. I didn't hear a sound. When the music plays, it muffles a lot of other sounds I would usually hear. Because on my end, the music plays louder. For the Steam page. I don't have Steam. I have a notification. I have a gift. You need some spiderweb software. That said, they do make great classic computer style RPGs. Get some hearts in the chat. I appreciate. Holy shit. Some hearts in the chat for Dude of Dude. They just gifted us Nethergate Resurrection. Made by spiderweb software. Oh my god. Get some hearts in the chat. I appreciate. The links you will go through sometimes for a joke. Get some hearts in the chat. Holy shit, I appreciate that. Just for the sheer silliness, I appreciate that. I'll appreciate that, dude. Thank you very much. So what kind of game is that? This is what I deal with on the daily. I bet you get it far worse than I do, Kami. But I bet, like I do, I bet you greatly appreciate it too. Good humor with acts of kindness. That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard to shake a stick at. I need more of this. I need more coffee. More coffee, peeps. But no, it is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, dude. Okay, let's do this. And we're going to attempt this boss fight again, where I'm going to die and scream and cuss a lot. It's an old indie indie company. I remember playing their games on Windows 8. Jesus. What else have they made? You now have my curiosity. We're going to be doing something here. Okay. The story-based RPGs where choices shape the entire world. I do like those kinds of games. Day-Day! Hello! I'm still very sick. What's got you sick? What's got you sick, Day-Day? Everybody's sick? 'Cause, like... Weather, it's winter, so viral cold and shit. That's right! Where you are, it's actually cold right now. For us, we're dying of heat. Viral cold and hay fever. That's rough. There goes Tenna. We have seen this so many times that it's no longer sad. Shall not take our goat, Mom, you weed! Alright, Ingy boy. Let's see if I can do this. I'm more tired today than I was yesterday. Oh, my neck popped. Thank God. Oh, that feels so better. Okay. My I say hi. Hello! Oh, shit, 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 shit! Oh, we're already off to a rough start. Hello, Blade Raptor! Aurelius! Hello, friend! How are you? I hope you are well, friend. Already rough. Character stack customization before that was really a thing. Okay, that company is old. My favorite game from them was originally designed for Windows 1.0. Jesus. There's a disc for that game? Jeebus. Here. Had to fin there. Wakey wakey! Up, Redmond! Can I post the lyrics to the meme? Do they have any kind of spoilers in it? Thing, dude, so this copy had 3 teeth pulled today and a 4th pulled next week. Jesus Christ, what happened? That's rough. Woo! We made it! Ain't gonna be making it long. Ow! Whoop! 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 Ow! Ow! Buster here. Ow. Before I die. Live, but not for long. Eep, 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 eep. Ah! Ah! Very interesting. For our first run, that's not bad. We're doing okay for our first run, even if I'm not awake, but we need to wake up more. Come on, zombie. You got this. Get Hawkeye membership is like pulling teeth. Jesus Christ. Teeth pulled is never fun. There's no spoilers in the song I sent via Discord with spoiler tags in case you wanted to wait. Void Raptor, Jeebus. That's hilarious, but that's also... that's rough. Fight again. See, you can win. It's easy. Just don't lose. Start of the fight, we do hold breath. And Realist, I also hope that you are well, my friend. It's been far too long. Eat. What is up with my brain? Come on. Advertise these things. Does the light suck? No. Okay. We've already lost this one, so what we'll do is we'll just swing at them. So with your brain, your work on just enough sleep to not start seeing the freaking things. The freaky things. Lord, okay, so like right before stream though, I did wind up jumping out of my goddamn skin because that fucking ghost is back. That has me worried, because I can't tell if that's from the sleep deprivation or if I need to call the priest. I'm chalking up to sleep deprivation. Ow. Okay, so like, this place is haunted. It has been haunted for many, many years. And like, ever since I was a kid, I know this place is haunted. There's always one that likes to hide out, like, at the entryway between the den and the hallway. And it just shows up, and it's like, what's up, motherfucker? And I'm like, no! Everyone's seen it. Can't confirm the place be haunted. He's like, see? Shaman's been here. He's seen the shit. I judged that one. I thought the other one's going to go first. Defend. Susie will survive it. Yes! I have. Ow. What's up, scientific guy? How are you doing? Distracted. I've done so well with that all day. Let's try this. I totally got this. Suck. I'll say why you gotta be down right now. Ow! Ow! Come on, Z, wake up! What's up, Panda? Come on, brain. You need to celebrate by getting Bonanza when you beat this roaring fraud. I would, but I can't afford Bonanza right now. Wait, what? Long live Z. Hello, Golden Apple. How are you? Billy got fired from the calendar factory today. All he did was try to take dates off. Oh my god. What's up, Panda? Maybe the ghost is trying to ask you about your car's extended warranty. If I bought you Bonanza, would you play it on stream? I mean, yes, I would, because that's kind of the rule around here. If I'm ever bought a game and it is stated that you want to see it on stream, yes, I will play it. That's a rule here, but you don't have to do that. I do plan on eventually getting it and playing it, so don't get me wrong. Like, it's going to get played. I just can't get it right now. But no, that has been a long-standing rule. If you get me a game with the purpose of it being streamed, it will be streamed. But that one is one that I have on the list. I do plan on getting it. I just haven't been able to get it yet. Always make sure you're okay first. That's my biggest thing, is always making sure that you're okay first before even considering anything like that. Copper Golem? Just asked what's good to watch. My mom said at 11, and I unlocked a core memory of being in this very home when I was 8, hearing, "My name is Ch3, and you know the rest." I do. Trey got fired for the orange juicing plant for staring at the bottles. Apparently, that's not what was meant by concentrate. Oh my god. Up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Over. Almost messed that one up. Everyone survived. For that, I don't know why I did. Why did... Brain, come on, work with me. I need you to function. Come on. You've done this a million times at this point. You know how to do this, Redmond. Happened. Ah! some hearts in the chat! Holy Christ! Silver Gunner's version of the Chase, but it's the Black Knife melody. I have not. Holy Christ! Still got fired for the bank, so I would have asked him to check their ballots, so he pushed them over. Oh my God! Hearts in the chat! Thank you! Holy shit! Okay, let's kick this rat bastard's ass! Shit. Okay, caffeinated! Corgi's fucking adorable and I appreciate it! Ow. I've already used the dinner, or the deluxe dust. The revived dust, so this is gonna suck! Okay. For one, that corgi was fucking adorable, and I fucking appreciate it. The power of money fills you with determination. Get some more hearts in the chat. Holy shit, that was hilarious. Oh my God. It was more of the power of the cute corgi filled me with determination, as well as just appreciation. But also that worked too. Oh. Okay, we got this. I have hyper caffeinated. I just chugged the rest of my coffee. I can make this work. I say as I run into a thing immediately. Ow. Brain, come on! Ow. I'm not a pro, We don't know what happened yesterday. It just suddenly, like, clicked. And I finally started getting through the sword stuff. And now I get killed by everything else. Violence has been swooned. No, not you, the violence! You can't be swooned! I swear I can do this. I roll say. Somebody yesterday had just unlocked the secrets to the universe, I guess. Apparently, like, just went with it. Got that one pretty much down. Oh. Do I have a new PFP? My roommate made it. Oh yeah, the little evil dude. Gorgeous cute like stare fills you with determination. Your X number of losses, Zombies level rose to unprecedented levels. Caution against letting it reach too high. It may break controllers with high level of violence. Lord, I feel that. He just needs to reawaken his Ultra Gamer instinct. Also see Critical Role's getting a G Fuel. I saw! They're getting a G Fuel and they're re-releasing the Vocaloid, the Miku G Fuel with a really nice new tumbler. I want both. Can't get either one right now, but like it still looks cool. It's still exciting. You know what? It's fine. Ow, I twitched at the very end of that. Spaghetti! Subs G Fuel win. I don't think I'll ever be that popular. Okay. Low enough. Shit. That one's so bad. We're in so much trouble. Ow. I've been working on cleaning up my room and bathroom. That's understandable. I hope it's gone well for you. Which is more likely, is ZGN G Fuel or ZGN branded coffee? I mean, like... There is a coffee company that's like G Fuel, even like comes like a shaker and like it's all coffees. I can't remember the name of it now. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I doubt either of them is likely. Getting there. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Even with my fuck ups, we're getting there. If I could just keep myself focused. It's like CG and Brandy. I would be upset. I'll likely have to sleep soon since my dad found out I got fired from a warehouse job from breaking the attendance policy. They couldn't accept that my termination was legal. You want to be real with you, your termination does not seem legal. Discovered my flight tomorrow has a free carry-on and personal item. Fuck yeah! Now that's a win! Zom's coffee, I picture pumpkin spice. Zom's G Fuel, I picture candy flavor. Honestly, you're not too far off. So, okay, so like, my, I already know what I would go for either a coffee flavor or a G Fuel flavor. I have like 2 different ideas in mind. For the G Fuel flavor, I have 2 different ideas in mind, but for the coffee flavor, if I were to ever get a coffee flavor, it would be pumpkin spice and peppermint mocha mixed together. Like it'd be, well, what it would be, it would basically pumpkin spice and peppermint. That's the mixture I would go for. Because that's already how I drink my coffee. I drink pumpkin spice coffee with peppermint mocha. Peppermint mocha creamer. So that would be what I would wind up. You absolute basic white girl. You're damn right. Halloween and Christmas all in one. I am the most basic bitch when it comes to my coffee, and I do not care. Bonus points if you could make it a cold brew, which is not hard to make cold brew coffee for it. You're absolutely right, though. But no, G Fuel flavor-wise, I would either go with a coffee flavor because they've done that in the past. It was actually really good. I enjoyed it. Or I would go with a lychee berry lemon mixture, which would be phenomenal. Also, how are you doing, man? I haven't properly said hello to you. Peppermint mocha is my favorite. Every sip is Christmas. I've always loved peppermint mocha creamer. Though I've also found they've made a Kit Kat creamer that I really like too. To enjoy a pumpkin spice latte. That is one of the few ways I enjoy coffee. Thank you very much. So attendance policy was 80 related to actual provable illness. It was provable. You head off. Good night. Take care and good luck. Have a wonderful night, dude. Pleasant nightmare to you, my friend. What am I doing? coffee, just drink black. It doesn't get much more basic than that. I would get a pumpkin spice latte without the latte. I mean, I just like pumpkin spice flavored coffee. I'm not much of a latte person myself, actually. I prefer cold coffees. So it'd be a pumpkin spice frappuccino for me. But I just usually drink like pumpkin spice, like iced coffee. Come on, I was doing so well with that. Myself get distracted. Because he gets the G Fuel flavor, we all Jedi mind trick him into making a tea flavor. First off, no, but I will say most of G Fuel's tea flavors are some of the few like tea flavored things I can tolerate. Also, look aside, pile of floof. Not the pile of floof! What the hell did my brain do for that? Running low on the gambit here. Oh, I completely messed that up. What is up, King? How you doing? This is night 4 fighting him. I've gotten all the way to the desperation attack, but I haven't made it past that. Yes, Susie has the mantle. Well, have a good night. Damn it! Have a good night, Blade Raptor! I appreciate you! Let myself get distracted. I'm down 2 players. Great! Hit him! Sat right in the middle of that line. Dust. That's not good. That was a complete waste. That is a dead run. Exerted. Extended. Damn it. But have a good night, Blade Raptor! Instead of a Twitch TOS. Oh, I plan on tonight. Let's see. Okay, I know I'm tired, but I can do this! 5 Nights at Toby's. Lord help me. Mint from the points capture machine. Nope, I have no mints. I think I used them actually on TV guy. Tenna, Jesus Christ, I couldn't remember his name to help to save my life. And I've already done the secret thing for the capsule. Didn't get it out of the capsule, so I don't have the capsule. The capsule machine's gone. I've thought about it, but Lord, it takes so long to do all that shit again. And I've gotten so close without it. It's one of those things I've gotten so far without going back and save scumming the revive mint that it's a pride thing at this point. I mean, I've definitely considered it. Mint. What's wrong with my brain? Thank you, Streamloots, for getting in my way. If I remember correctly, you can have 2 mints? Twice the pride, half the mints. Congratulations, your zombies has evolved into Vegeta! Is that me? Is that me stronger than me? Oh, kill me! Brawl saying, you rat bastard, stop dying! But I'm so tired that it almost seems like a good idea. Oh! God! Dog it! Oh, it's this attack! Fuck! My brain! I always do so bad on this one! They didn't even like it touch me! How's it going, Zach? How are you? Act. Hold breath. Defend. Defend. I don't care if I'm sleep deprived. I don't care if I've only had 2 hours of sleep. I can fucking do this! Okay. Let's go! Forgot there was one more there. It's fine, it's fine! Ningy. Okay, I need to start healing people up now. Now we don't have a choice. Yeah, it's the wrong person. Shit. I need to get that to Susie. Ow, I should get that to Susie. You know what? It'll be fine. Revived us will be fine here. I thought it would be fine here. But Ralse has to be a rat bastard! I love Ralse so much. He's such an adorable being, but Lord, he hurts my feelings! range. Ow. Again, just in range. Yourself. I can do this. Brain, wake up, 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 wake up. Smack! Just kill me. Start it over. I'm taking too much. I'm going to take too much. I need the healing item at the end. Start it over. Run it back. Let's go again. Get it. Shouldn't be getting hit in the early stages. Mess it up all on my own. Come on. Right here, I actually should have held on to it though. Yep. Seems like if I use Revive Dust, it always seems to cluster up together right when I don't need it to. Moved too soon, and I got moved over. Have a wonderful night, Midna. Take care. Pleasant nightmares to you. How's it going, Kumo? Are you kidding me? Okay. I gotta get 8 on this run. Come on. I don't know what's up my brain. Smack. There we go. What's up, Kumo? I have an idea. Let's try an old classic method. Let's try this. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Try something for myself real quick. Have a good night, Kumo. I completely understand. It's like this whole thing right here is decent size spoiler. Fuck! Ah! That's all my brain. I know I can do this. Fuck! Shit! Defend! I'm alive! Did I do it? 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 I think I did it. 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 Oh, I did it. Oh! Oh! Go! Fuck yourself, my dude! Yeah! Oh! Yeah! 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 I did it! I beat that rat bastard! Hello, baby! I killed that rat bastard! Oh! Hello, baby! I did it! I killed him! I killed him!
You killed it.
Killed him! I got him! Oh my god! Oh my god. Thank you for that donation! Oh, one sec. I did it. No! Cherry, how are you? No.
He's dead!
I don't think this night has signal. The channel they're on has a lot of static. Now do it again. I blinked. No, God, no! My D&D put me to sleep, y'all. Oh my God! Alanna! He did! He did! He did! He did! Wake up, he did! Thank you again for that lovely donation, by the way, King. Oh my God. I have no idea on that one.
Even though it's the same fucking that yard fucking
Oh. I love her so much. She was like, I heard the happy scream. It's time to go celebrate with my baby. I fucking love her so goddamn much. We're about to get to really controversial fan theory. Let's see what happens. Alright, so Alanna's not going to be able to join us on this one because they're currently with their D&D peeps, but we're going to do the thing.
Hazard Spaghetti Akakati says, 4 nights and many tries later. You've won against the Roaring Knight.
Yeah! Oh my God. It's a D&D game, technically, so I can't celebrate MVC with y'all, but I can scream and text. You scream and text! We did it! We beat them! Okay. Got this. Totally got this. We actually beat it? Jesus Christ! That was so loud in my headset, I panic grabbed my trigger button, which started everything moving. Jesus Christ. Hold up. I appreciate it, but hold up just a sec. Oh my God. I almost peed myself. That jump scared me so hard. Holy fuck. You didn't hear the yay? Oh, I know why y'all didn't hear the yay. Give me a second, I'll fix that. I know why y'all didn't hear the yay, because that's... After this, I'm going to explain to y'all what I used to help me do this, so you're going to laugh at me. I definitely heard it. Don't tell me you've had enough already. Come on. We're just getting started. Oh, shit. Ooh, a shiny thing. Not so tough now, are you? Oh, fuck. Susie! How could you? Jesus. We just fucking knelt to that motherfucker. motherfucker. No. You can't. This keeps going into the theory I fucking had about this shit, that they're in league with the night. Can't take her.
Hey, you! Stop! Police! What the hell is going on here? You've got some explaining to do, punk! Hey, what are you doing?
It's controversial because some people think Chris wouldn't do it. I think it just depends on how badly they need the night's plan to work. Well, see, the question becomes, is it Chris or is it the husk that we control? The one that goes off on its own.
Put me down!
Because if it's the one that can control himself, the one that removes the player. Because remember, let's see, the outcome was going to be the same, but you have more leads to your theory along with new Shadow Crystal and Chris is the husk, you're the heart, Chris is Chris. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like the husk that we don't control, Chris is in, I think Chris is in league with the night. Especially since we created this portal. Hey, where the hell are you going? Added to your key items. Black shard was added to your weapons. A dagger-like shard of the black knife strikes a weakness of dark element enemies. Shadow moves like water in the hand. Somehow, I thought we had won for a moment. That we would be able to end the battle here and now. You were so brave, and yet, in the end, our struggle, it's only beginning, isn't it? Isn't it, Chris? Her face is contorted. It looks like she's having a nightmare. Can't go back to save. %50 attack rate. Jesus Christ. Can't see anything. Chris, there's some kind of door here. Oh, don't hurt my soul like that. Don't hurt my soul like that. No, no, no. We're in the light world? Wait. Chris, I still see someone. They're down there. Oh, yeet. Down here past the church. Hey, open up! Undyne! Officer Undyne, say something! Hey, this is a joke, right? You're about to come out of there, right? What the hell is this? Some sort of electronic lock? Chris, what the hell is going on? Why did they take Undyne in here? And why were they trying to take Toriel? What the hell are they doing, Chris? Like, if the cops... It's no good. The door, it's solid steel. This weird panel. If we could just get someone to tell us how it works. But we can't, right? We can't tell anyone about this, right? Because you saw that smoke. Right, Chris? There's gotta be a dark world in there. If anybody else went in there, they'd... Toriel. She's still in the... Damn it. I hate to give up here, Chris, but Let's just go seal that fountain. The shelter was a strange panel. It looked like a digital security lock. There were 3 entry fields and 3 symbols beside them. One had a pine tree beside it. One had an officer's badge beside it. And one had the Deltarune. Turn that down a little bit. So I gotta deal with as much on it. Oh, hey, you what? I did! We wacky smacked! We kicked him in the PP! We did it! Oh my god! Oh, we're gonna discuss this a little bit first. We gotta. Oh my god! I have a funny theory on people making dark fountains. In reality, you're just hitting the gas line and tripping on gas tubes until you empty the gas tank. Oh, that would be hilarious. That'd be so bad. Holy Christ. Initializing chapter 4. I'm surprised I survived the final attack. The only person left was Susie. And I even had the revive dust at the end. I still have the revive dust. I still have the fucking revive dust. I didn't even use that shit. What the fuck just happened? How's it going, Zard? What did I tell you about hitting people into PP? Oh. Oh my god. Like, Lord help me. That was intense. That was insane. What do you think about Susie not thinking they can tell anyone? Well, that was a Hungry Box level of hype exerted. Oh boy. Okay. Don't worry about what just happened in the intro. You'll see what it was in the chapter. Okay. That's the win. Wish I could have seen it live. Oh my god. Like, it's worth going back to watch. It's worth going back to watch. But no, Lord. Okay. So, first off, I get why Susie can't tell anybody. Susie's not been wanting to tell lots of people about the Dark World to begin with, and starts to especially worry about bringing people into the Dark World that have already been in there out of fear of people getting hurt. Especially right now, this is solidifying that this is dangerous to people that aren't experienced in it. Like, seeing what happened to Undyne, what was going to happen to Toriel, and running into the night and seeing how devastating the night was. The night changed everything at the end of that chapter. Everybody's minds are different on this now, because you have, like, if you go through it and you go and you try to do mercy commands, right? You do your first action as Chris. He holds his breath and gains better mobility. The second time, he smiles, which makes me more heavily think that he's wanting this to happen. Then we get to Susie. Susie sees the threat, sees the danger, says, fuck it, I'm not going to act anymore. I'm going to just fight. And Ralsei, on his first act, is already begging. They already know how bad it is. They already know how much trouble is about to unfold in front of them and how rough this is about to get. And then in their second plea, which is the plea they keep continuing with afterward, because the first time we did this multiple times, it's just a defeated, pleading, begging, please stop this. In the route that we just got, with everybody finally taking them down, after Susie and Ralsei fall, Chris kneels to the night. And the screen goes black. Now, screen goes black first, Susie gets swooned. Screen goes black again. We see an attack happen again, and Ralsei goes down. The screen goes black. Chris kneels, and the screen goes black again with no attack animation. That's deliberate. He's not knocked down. Given he has only 1 health point, he should be knocked down, because he would be like everybody else who managed to get back up. It kind of looks like Chris is being knighted. It does! Which makes me think Chris is in league with the knight. Chris knows whoever the knight is. Chris knows who the knight is. And Chris is working with them. You want to hear the secret no-hit dialogue? What would be the secret no-hit dialogue? Because I don't think I'm going to attempt that. At least not anytime soon. Chris coughed. The enemy slowly turned its head. Okay, so given all the dialogue that happens in the middle of that fight, that can go in two different directions. That can go in a... that can go in a, okay... It's like, we've had this out. We've had this out. You haven't done shit. Wrap this shit up kind of type deal. And the knight tilts their head looking bewildered or amused because they found a challenge in the fact they can't hit them. Or it could be in a, okay, it's like, look, this has gone on long enough. We've done what we've needed to. You've taken your damage. Da da da. Like you've put on a good show. Let's end this. I like game theory. Why are you in game theory? Chris is being knighted in the moment. Also in no hit, Chris coughs and nods to acknowledge AK. Please wrap it up. See, this is why I don't go digging through the files, because I still want to like have like these moments. Sorry, they're nice, but their theories never make sense to me. They've had several theories that have made sense to me, and they've had several that haven't. But that's what it is. It's a theory. It's not meant. It's meant to make you think, make you question, and sometimes they're dead on the money. Other times, yeah, they're not. But that's theories in general. The amount of people I see make theories for games like Undertale, Deltarune, Five Nights at Freddy's, different horror games I enjoy, like Silent Hill, stuff like this. Like, the amount of times I see theories that are touted about that are usually hung together by threads. And sometimes they'll be good, and sometimes they will be very meh. Miss Matt Pat. I'm not gonna lie, I do too. I don't mind the new peeps for game theory. I still watch game theory. I don't watch it as much as I used to because I watched it for Matt Pat. I watched it for Matt Pat because I like Matt Pat. He's a great showman, and I liked how he would figure out theories. Though be it, my favorite person in that whole crew was Austin. Austin was my favorite because Austin had the science. His shit wasn't a theory. It was running through the science that what real world science would look like applied in video games. And I loved that. He was a part of Shoddycast for a long time. Then he went to game theory. Then went back to Shoddycast. He will still always be my favorite. So like game theory, there's just so much more Roblox than I thought there would be. I skip anything to do with Roblox, so like I feel that. Matt Pat has made some bad decisions to the point where Toby Fox called him out on it. I think they're chill now though. I don't hold anything against it though. That was years ago. That was with Toby Fox called him out because he did do kind of a shitty practice. He did. And back then it was part of the meta of doing YouTube. Like every YouTuber was, especially with that game, because that was Heartbound, was guilty of that. Every content creator was notorious for putting Undertale tags all through, because that's what that was. Matt Pat was basically calling Heartbound Undertale 2, and used all of his tags for Heartbound to be Undertale related. And he didn't put much in there for Heartbound or for Pirate Soft, which was the creator of that game, which Pirate Software is already in like a lot of shit themselves that I'm not going to get into today. But that's what that whole thing was about. And every content creator was doing the same exact thing. Everyone who played that game did the same thing. I know this because I have tools that allow me to see what tags content creators use. And most of them, including big peeps that played the game, like super big peeps, people like Markiplier and whatnot, used all those things in their stuff. Where I disagree with MatPat, what he didn't do that he should have done is he didn't link the game initially. Part of the meta, I don't know why, but that statement was pretty funny to me. But yeah, like, legitimately, that's what he did. And like, was he right on it? No. Like, when I did, because I did a Heartbound playthrough around the time that Heartbound was new, which was just the demo. Or it wasn't the demo. It was when it first got released on Steam Greenlight. And yeah, no, like, I put in the link to the game because at the time I put in links to every game. I now try to put in better descriptors for the games. I need to go back to doing that. I've been doing that, but with the Roaring Night one, because it was just me screaming, "I'm going to kill this enemy this day." Everyone knows what the game is at this point. But back then, for any indie title, I still do it for indie titles, I would put the link in, like, here, go check this game out, because that was standard practice. So even I disagreed with MatPat on that one. But that's where his issue with Toby Fox came in. Toby Fox was like, "Yo, this isn't Undertale. This person is a game dev. They deserve the proper respect of their game being their own." Though, as someone who's played Heartbound, the amount that is taken from Undertale at the time is ridiculous. It is. Like, there's so much from that. I think the thing that turned me off of MatPat was his statement about Scott Cawthon. I think MatPat got too political with that video. Maybe it's just me, though. I don't remember. I remember why Scott Cawthon got into some shit. Because, like, a lot of stuff about his private life got leaked, and stuff about his politics got leaked. And if I remember correctly, like, I don't remember what MatPat's response was to that. I know that, like, it's like, look, I don't agree with Cawthon's politics at the time. I don't know what his politics are now, nor do I care what his politics are now. But at the same time, like, no matter how much I vehemently disagree with someone's politics, people are allowed to still make their own decisions. They're still allowed to do their own way. I don't always gotta agree with it, but that's politics. You're going to find people you're going to constantly fight and disagree with. I think Toby got pissed when MatPat initially played Deltarune Chapter 1 and touted it as an Undertale sequel for clicks and views. Yet again, though, like, everybody did that. Even I did that for Deltarune, because I didn't know what it was going into it. I went to that game blind, and the only thing I was told, it was made by Toby Fox. It has all of the Undertale characters in it, and it's essentially the spiritual successor to Undertale. It's his next game, and it plays just like Undertale. In a lot of ways, it does. It's like that comparison is going to be made. It's going to be made. Is it the sequel to it? No. It's a completely different storyline. That's the thing. But, like, that's going to happen. Content creators are going to do that. Why? Because that's what draws in the views. There was a lot of assumptions on Cawthon's stance on certain social issues. I do remember that going around the Five Nights at Freddy's community. I do remember that. And I was like, look, we're not him. We don't know what his views are. And, again, since I don't discuss politics and things, there are some things I avoid politically. Like, there are some games I avoid completely due to politics and not agreeing with them. Like, I will not play I won't play Hogwarts Legacy. I won't play that game because I don't agree with J.K. Rowling, and I vehemently do not agree with J.K. Rowling. At the same time, I'm not going to yell at anyone who plays that game. If you play that game, that's on you. You play, it's on you. Whatever. Do whatever. I'm not going to force my shit down your throat. I'm just not going to play it. I won't play it on this channel. I have my reasonings why I won't play it on this channel. It won't be played. And like, there are some games like that because I don't like the person who created it or the person who is creator behind the IP or other things like this. There are reasons why I will avoid shit. But that's because of my personal beliefs and or politics that I'm not going to play that. That I'm not going to do that thing. I'm not going to jump down anyone else's throat that decides to do so. Because I'm not them. There may be moments where I'll look at them and be like, I may not want to go in that direction. I may not want to hang out with that person or do that thing. That might happen every once in a while because that's just fucking being human. But at the same time, it's like, even if I don't agree with something and I don't go watch something, I'm not going to yell at you for not agreeing with something and watching, or for agreeing with something and watching the thing. Because I believe that everything should be left to... If I just shut people out, there's no conversation to be had. There's no conversation to be had at that point. There's no way to find a middle ground. Are there any other games you won't play for that reason? That one is honestly the main one that comes to mind. I don't play a lot of controversial games. I don't. I play a lot of weird indie titles where people don't usually know a shit ton about the developer themselves or their personal life. No, there are two. There are two that I have reasons like that I won't play. I do have two other ones that I won't play. But again, and I'll get into those in a minute. But again, like, there are people I disagree with, like, hellishly so, that have politics that I absolutely do not stand by or agree with, that I do not shun coming into this channel. There are controversial people that I do, and I'm not going to mention names, but I do not shun them from this channel. I will still have them show up on this channel. Some of them rate us, some of them come in and just hang out. I will not tell them to go away. I will not throw them out. I will not ban them, because as long as they're following my channel's rules, they're welcome here. And I will have discussions with them. We've done it before where I will sit down and have an actual heart-to-heart conversation back and forth. See if we middle grounds with people. Because that's how the world works. You're not going to agree with everybody. Fuck, if I disavowed or disowned all the people I disagree with, I know that I would be disavowing about a third of the peeps here that are still good people. Even if their politics are different, they're still good people at heart. So that wouldn't be fair to them. As well as I would have to completely, and I have in some cases, but that's for other reasons or because of compiled reasons, not just the politics. I would have to disavow a good chunk of my family, which there are parts of my family I have. But I still try to keep middle ground for everybody, unless they're just hyperbolic and hyper combative. Like, if they're just living in a goddamn wind tunnel and won't ever listen or talk or have any inkling to even listen to your side, yeah, no, that's pointless. It's good to have good faith discussions with people if they're reasonable. And that's just it. As long as you come in and you're reasonable. You're not coming in and cussing me out or this, that, and the other, and so on and so forth. You're not just like, I'm right and you're a fuck nugget. Like, if you're not coming in and doing that shit, if you're willing to listen to my side, I will be willing to listen to your side. I will try to listen to your side. Now, the the two other games that, like, I avoid due to just one's politics. Honestly, no, neither of them are politics. They're not politics, but I do have morality issues with the other two. One is no, it's 3 games. It's 3 games on that list. One is Hello Neighbor, the creator that I morally disagree with that person to a heavy degree. So I won't play Hello Neighbor. I will never play that game. It will never be played on this channel. I do not like that. I do not like its creator in the slightest. It won't be played here. I won't. Ever. The other one is, brain work. Though be it, a lot has changed involving this one. I'm still gun shy on it because of the original creator, even though it has changed hands. And that would be, that'd be Friday Night Funkin'. I have avoided that game like the plague. I got really excited for it when it was first everywhere, and I was going to stream it. Then some shit came out about its original creator that I didn't morally agree with. I don't get on to anybody who does play it, especially considering I do know that it has changed hands for working on it, fixing it, creating it, as well as it's mostly community run on a lot of stuff for it too. So it's a whole different monster all of its own now. But I'm still gun shy on it because of issues with the original creator that I'm also not going to get into today. I try to have political conversations IRL. Unfortunately, majority of the people who I try to have these conversations with use the I can talk louder than you card. And I'm used to seeing that. I'm used to seeing that on, like, both sides. And there's a lot of people just like, wait. The other one that, like, I just will not touch with a 10-foot pole. And it's ironic that I won't touch that game because that game is actually what got me pushed to streaming on YouTube. That game's literally the game that got me pushed to streaming on YouTube because it wasn't allowed to be played on Twitch. And that would be Yandere Simulator. That was when the game was still fairly new, and it got banned on Twitch. And I was like, well, I didn't agree with the ban on Twitch. I still wanted to play it, the way I never got the chance to on stream. I was like, I still want the chance to stream that, and it's still allowed on YouTube. So that's what moved me over here, was I didn't agree with a ban for a game, which I still don't agree with a lot with banning a game before you know everything about it. There are some games that do deserve their bans on Twitch because they just break TOS, so I understand that. If it already breaks TOS, yeah, you should be able to play it. I get that. But I try not to speak ill of people, but Yandere Dev makes my skin crawl. And so, yeah, no, that game, the game that actually got me pushed over here, I never got the chance to play it because I never had things a lot for me to do so, and now I won't play it because of, ew. I don't like Hoyoverse games anymore after playing some of them. Won't hate on folks that play them, I just won't go back to playing them for various reasons. At least 2 are R1999 and Madoka Magica. That being said, at this point, we probably know most of what there is to know about Yandere Simulator given circumstances. Honestly, yeah. But yeah, so, like, that's one that I won't play on stream. It's one that I won't play even if I was just streaming on YouTube and not doing things on Twitch at the same time. Like, if I was just doing a YouTube exclusive stream, I still would not play that game. I won't. I can't. It's like, I remember being very excited for that game. But yeah, so there are a few games that I won't touch. But usually, most of the time, it's a moral issue. There's a there may be a political issue in there somewhere, but a lot of times it's due to morality. Like, yet again, with Hogwarts Legacy, I morally don't agree with J.K. Rowling, so I will not stream that game. Hell, because there's actually a big corporation set of games that I actually won't play on stream because I morally disagree with them on an exponential level. It's Ubisoft. I won't stream most Ubisoft games anymore. I won't, because I don't like their practices. I protest their practices, so I don't buy Ubisoft games anymore. I don't like them, so I won't play their games. So yeah, there are some things that I just won't touch. Used to be really big about not touching EA games, but EA is not as evil as they used to be. I jokingly blame Yansim as one of the reasons my old desktop PC went on life support 3 months before I got my laptop, but I never actually played it seriously beyond a 20-minute attempt to learn the controls. I thought you were going to say Riot for a second. I just have never really played a lot of Riot games. Like, I've played League on my own, and I've played League with friends. Like, I used to, like, play League with Remy back when Remy was around. I used to play League with them on occasion. But I never played it on stream, but the reason why I didn't play it on stream was because I suck at that game. I suck at League of Legends. Like, I'm just gonna be completely real. It wasn't worth anybody's time to watch me play that. I was so bad. Y'all thought I was bad at this game? Shit, man. That made me look like I no hit this run with how bad I am at League of Legends. And I've never been a Valorant fan. Like, I'm not a fan of Valorant. I don't like how it plays. Like, it's fine. I know a lot of people that play it enjoy it, and anyone else can play it and enjoy it. But I don't play a lot of Riot games, not because I have issues with Riot. I don't know enough about Riot games to have a problem with Riot games. I've just never been a big fan of most of the games. I like League for their character design. That's about it. Ubisoft killed both the Prince of Persia, Assassin's Creed, and Rayman. They did! They did! Like, I think the last thing I played from Ubisoft, I didn't stream it because I played it before I was a streamer, was the Mario Rabbids game. The first one. That's the last Ubisoft game. No, it's not. The last Ubisoft game I played was Scott Pilgrim, because they re-released it, and I love that game. And I can admit, I love that game. This was before I bought that before I had problems with Ubisoft. I still love that game. I do. But that was literally the last thing I bought from them. That was the last game I supported them on. And this was coming from someone who was excited to play Star Wars Outlaws, but I didn't like their practices for Star Wars Outlaws. And I've even heard it's gotten a lot better. They fixed a lot of the stuff, and a lot of people actually now think the game's actually kind of fun and playable. But I won't pick it up because I don't like that company. Microsoft might be on that list for me with the damage they are doing lately. They're doing a lot of damage lately. Oh, don't even get me started on the ship with the crew. I thought you were going to say the last Ubisoft game you played was Just Dance, to be honest. Nope. I've never played Just Dance because I'm bad at games like that. Like, I'm really bad at games like that. Mizu likes Just Dance. And a lot of my family members like Just Dance. Just Dance is like is a fine series in of itself, but it's never been a thing I was interested in. Fun fact, the last game made on the original Wii was Just Dance. I think it was Just Dance it was either 2023 or 2024 was the last one. Years after no one was making Wii games anymore, they were still making that shit for the Wii until that last one. which was trippy. But yeah, now this being said, there are all these games. Last time I was excited for a Ubisoft game was at least 10 years ago. You? What do you mean you? Just Dance is weird, like, dislike game series for me. I've played the second one and Just Dance 2015, but none of the others. And yeah, with the exception of Scott Pilgrim and Outlaws, there haven't been that many Ubisoft games I have been excited for. My last one, except for the Mario Rabbids games. Like, I've never been like a big Ubisoft person, like, I'm not gonna lie. Just, I wasn't their target audience for a lot of their games they made. Like, every time, like, I wasn't an Assassin's Creed fan. I know a lot of people that are, and yet again, no shade to anybody who plays any of these games. Anything I've talked about, if I don't play it, does not mean I'm going to give you shit because you play it. If you play it, that's fine. If you find enjoyment in it, that's fine. I have my reasons for not buying them. I have my reasons for saying I'm not going to have them, but if you play them, that's fine. Hell, if you want to have a conversation with me on why you think I'm wrong, we'll listen. As long as it's not, I think you're wrong because you're a fuck nugget, we'll talk. It hurts my soul, the amount of damage Microsoft has done lately. I've been seeing some rough shit with Microsoft lately. The amount of studios they're killing out. The fact that they don't even know what direction you read on a monitor. They posted after killing off tons of jobs. They post a piece of AI art looking for artists. What? That hurt me. That hurt me. That hurt me. I have a few rules to not buy something. One, it's above standard price, $60. Two, someone on the product say specifically something stupid, like, don't like it, don't buy it. Layoff of 9,000. I thought it was 900. 9,000. That's even worse. And then they're like, hey guys, we need to hire some artists, and here's some fucking AI art to put on the little thing saying, please come apply for us. Are you... I see shit like that, and it dawns on me exactly how unfair it is that people look down on me because I have autism, but they can get away with stuff as heinous as this. I'm in no way trying to end current conversation. I'm simply asking because I'm slowly passing out. Were you planning on starting chapter 4 tonight? I just didn't want to miss anything. If you were, let me check a couple things here. We might. If you're tired, like, I don't want to like keep you up. Like, I don't want you to have to be staying up on my account, and we're deep in this conversation tonight. I have one primary reason for not buying a bunch of games I've wanted to buy this year and years before, and that reason is called I had debts to pay to my parents. I mean, that's fair! That's fair! 9,000, if it's 900 in my ears, heard wrong. I would have to double check that metric before I could sit there and say either of those is definitively right. I just know that that the number starts with a 9, and it was big. It was a big number. Any and all corporations that want AI slop can collectively eat trash. I mean, honestly, I agree with that. Use AI coding at my job and it slaps. I'm a little annoyed at companies misusing AI and giving it a bad name. And that is something that I have stated multiple times. AI is a tool. AI has its uses. It has proper use. There are proper uses of AI. Big corporations using it to skirt around hiring real artists is not a proper use of that. Like, I've personally used AI. We used to use AI for Ashford. to make it where it could respond to people, which for everyone here who's new, Ashford is one of our characters on this channel. He's a cat. I used to use a VTuber model of a cat. Well, I programmed a thing for AI for it to run that as a puppet while I was streaming. Have him as like an additional little side character that could answer questions for people. And he was fun, but he broke all the damn time because I'm not good with that shit. Let's just be real. But for like entertainment purposes like that stuff like that, that's fine. There are peeps that use it to help with their art, and I can understand using it to help in some cases. Like if you're using it to like give yourself kind of like a build point, I can kind of understand it, but I still have the morality issue, the fact that all of it that is made by stealing art from other places to make it. So for me, like, I get it for using it for like maybe an inspiration point, but past that, like using it and trying to pass it off as your own, that's not going to fly. And no one uses it as an inspiration point. They all use it as a, look what I made. No, you didn't make that. A program made that. Where I've personally used it has been using it for Ashford, and I also have used it when writing scripts for stuff, which I never post the shit I make scripts for anyway. But I've used it for making scripts. I will write out the entirety of a script, and then I need to shorten it because I talk and run on for fucking ever. So I'll run it through a thing and say, shorten this from 12 paragraphs into a nice condensed 4-paragraph script. But that's taking my own words and shortening it. And I know a lot of people that do that. Using it to help, using it as a tool, an actual tool, not a replacement for a skill, but using it as an actual tool, an assistant. That makes sense. You think it's transformative? It's not copying, which I would agree would be stealing. Okay, so if we're going to get into it and think about it from like the legal perspective of being transformative, you got to remember something about what's up. I'm in the midst of a big discussion. What's going on? Well, come show something real quick. 1 second. Because I've got actually a good argument point to that. First question is, are you in the U.S. Are you talking about like U.S. like copyright law when it comes to like making something transformative? That's so fucking cute. Look at this.
The arm's too big. The arm's like 2 different sizes, and apparently 2 different lengths.
I don't notice it that much, but my depth perception's bad.
You can see them.
Yeah, that one's bigger. It's still cute though. Look at this.
Humongous.
Yeah, there's no way that's supposed to be an actual keychain. There's no way. Oh my god, a baby. But I also agree with transformative guidelines on a moral level. I agree with transformative. Being a YouTuber, everything I fucking do here is transformative. If I were to just put the game on stream, not talk, not do anything, in my personal opinion, that's not transformative. That's literally just, bam, there you go. It's gameplay. Transformative is getting on here, talking, doing stuff. When it comes to stuff like reaction content, if you're just sitting there watching the reaction content instead of doing anything with it, that's not transformative. That's just, like, if you're just sitting there just like eating a bowl of cereal while watching a video and just showing it off to your entire audience, that's not transformative. But doing something that's actually transformative, you can still show it off. It's cute. I'm sitting here rambling and ranting about AI, though. It could. I love how soft it is.
I never want to crochet with this.
Your arms are so junky. I think it's cute. Oh my god, a baby. A creature.
I figured out what the issue is. This is supposed to be the actual size of the yarn. But because the yarn's braided, this one ended up only, like, I only got like parts of the braid for this arm. down. So yeah.
Still adorable though.
I'm probably gonna have to rethink what I'm gonna give that friend.
I think it'll still work. It gives it character. It gives it character. But there are things you have to remember. First off, art styles are actually able to be copyrighted in the US. Disney, Marvel, DC, they all have different art styles that are copyrighted that they can say, okay, this looks too much like this art style, and they can hit you for it. And they can classify it as derivative works. And that's what a lot of what a lot of AI art isn't transformative, it's derivative. A lot of it's derivative. And that's part of the issue, is a lot of it's derivative work. Now, a lot of companies aren't going to hit you for art style, but some will. And you can hit that kind of stuff. And that's just it. Is it transformative or is it derivative? And in a lot of cases, AI art is derivative, not transformative. Especially when you put in when you put in a prompt, and what you do is you put in 20 images. They're all from the same artist. I want this made by I want this, like, I want a witch that has this, this, and this, and you give them like 20 images from someone who does like kind of like gothic style art, or does like fairy style art, or does witch style art, and say, I want something done in this style, but I want it to have this color hair and this, that, and the other. That becomes derivative. That's not transformative. As well as the fact there are several rulings when it comes to things like art so far. We're going to see how this actually pans out later. There are several instances where it's like, yes, it can be claimed if it's made by a person. If it's made by a machine, then you technically, like, okay, so like then you guys say, okay, do you own that? You put in a prompt into an AI program. Do you own that? You don't own the art style. You don't own the inspiration. You don't own any of the stuff that you put into it at all. You also didn't make it. The AI program made it. So even if it were to be classified as a transformative work, you couldn't benefit from it because you didn't make it. The program made it. Do you know who would get to be able to benefit from that? Who would be able to have that argument of it's transformative? Not you. The company that made the AI program would. So you get even deeper into this kind of stuff. It's like, if you're to go in there from a lawyer standpoint, you can dig that hole into oblivion. So like that, like, it gets even harder to go from there. You didn't make it. Somebody else made the art. Someone else made the art that was put into the program. If you use multiple artists, then each one of them should get accredited for it because you use all of their art to make it. And then you use a computer program to take all that and mishmash it together and utilize all the things that it's learned from it to make this thing. So then it's a derivative work of all of their pieces of artwork and their styles. And it would come down to, if it's derivative, then they're the only ones that would have rights to it. If it's transformative, you're not the transformer of it, the program is. All you did was give it a writing prompt. So the only thing you would technically have any legal, like, binding to would be the prompts you put in. Not the art it produced, the prompts you put in. Where do you go from there? And you can argue that into oblivion. As well as I will tell anybody that, like, it's not like, there's a lot of people who go, well, I use AI art because I can't draw, I can't do this, and I don't have the talent for it. But then you have to sit there and remember something when it comes to art and creating art. You can have talented artists, but art itself isn't a talent. Art is a skill. Just like cooking, anyone can cook, anyone can draw, anyone can create art. The question is how much time do you have to hone that skill? everybody will learn at different paces. A talented artist may learn or be able to do stuff easier than someone which is just purely skill taught, where they have to be either taught by a person or teach themselves or learn by a book or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's still a skill. You can have people that are talented in this skill, but it is a skill. So it is something that like anyone can do. So the definitions, would you believe that transformative work is also a derivative work, but not all derivative works are sufficiently transformative? Yes, I would believe that. Which is why I sit there and say, where is the difference between them? Where does it come into that fold? It's like as I've been saying in this, it's like, is it transformative or is it derivative? Because everything will be derivative, but is it transformative? Does it pass that threshold? There are artists on every single social media platform, and if you want to afford one, you got to plan for that financially as you would any big purchases. Exactly. That is definitely true. It's like, I myself, I can draw. My art style is I can even sit there and say that like my art style definitely could be classified as partially derivative, because my art style is a cross between Tim Burton and like is a cross kind of like between Tim Burton and DBZ, to be completely real with anybody. It's like it's a cross between those two. I can draw, and I can draw a lot of my own stuff, but I usually go out of my way to find artists to do that. Why? Because for one, I suck at digital medium. I've been teaching myself how to use it, but I still suck at it. I've gotten a lot better throughout the years, but I'm still not great at it. So I go to people like Ch3, I go to people like Alanna, I go to several different artists to not only support them, but also to get what I would want out of it, because I know they'll make what I want and know how to make what I want. But that's just it. Like, and that's another thing. It's like, yeah, you can use AI art to make the thing, but all you're doing is just saying, I want to do this cheaper. That's all you're saying, is I want to do this cheaper. Because you can, like, if you can't do it yourself, or don't want to learn to do it yourself, or don't have the time to learn to do it yourself, which is my case, I don't have the time to learn to do it myself, you can take what you want made to an artist, tell them exactly what you want. You can give them essentially the equivalency of an AI chat prompt, and an artist can make it. Find the artist that has the style that you want, say, hey, I want this done in your style. I want it to meet these different specifications. I want to meet these different ramifications. I want to do this, that, and the other. And they can do that. The issue is paying for it. Which I get it. I'm a broke bitch. I can't afford it, but what do I do when I can't afford it? I just wait until I can. I give that AI art has that allure of being cheap and being instantaneous. I get that, but it's still going to lack a lot of the quality you would get out of an actual artist. Like, I could go to Alanna and be like, Alanna, I want my chibi character, but I want them to be, I want them to have, like, I want them to be less chibi. I want my character to be less chibi. I want them to have more normal proportions. I want them to still be cartoony. I don't want them to be realistic. I still want them to be cartoony. I want them to have more normal proportions. I could give and I would give examples of what I would want. So I'd say, like, I want them to have proportions more akin to maybe a character from, like, Soul Eater in proportion. Like, I want to be like, you know, like Soul or someone like that. Like someone with better body proportions to look a little more like a normal character versus a chibi. I want them to have these specific clothes. I want them to have these specific colors for these clothes. I want them to, I would, of course, want the item colored, and I want it in a transparent PNG format. And if I were to go to Alanna and say, this is what I want, Alanna would ask a few questions to make sure exactly what I wanted out of the piece. We would have a little bit of a back and forth. Then we would discuss a price. and bam, it would be made. It wouldn't be instantaneous. It wouldn't happen in 10 seconds, but it would still be done relatively quickly. It would be done efficiently, and I know that it would be what I wanted. After they make the first part of it, they will probably bring it to me and be like, hey, are there any changes that need to be made? I'll be like, oh, can we do a little bit of this? Or maybe we can change this, or maybe this color needs to be a little bit brighter, or maybe this expression needs to be a little more vibrant, or whatever. And then after that, they would go in and fix it to whatever those specifications are, bring it back, we would get final approval, and you go from there. Like, that's how it works with any artist. It's not hard to do. It's just the fact that, like, people are used to instant gratification, and they don't want to spend money, which I understand. Yet again, I will give the fact that I understand not wanting to spend money. I'm a broke bitch. I understand better than most people. I'm poor as shit, but what do? I save for the thing that I need. It's still a computer generation. The computer itself does not understand what a hand is, or what a color what color theory is. I mean, honestly, that's like, yes, AI art has gotten better at making hands and whatnot, but you know what? It still doesn't know what a hand's for. That's just it. Like, AI works like any other computer. A computer is nothing more than a smart 5-year-old. That's what a computer is. I've actually seen a video that kind of explains this really well with just like programming in general, but this can also be applied to AI art. If you were to tell a computer program to make a peanut butter sandwich, you would tell it, okay, you take a slice of bread, and you get your peanut butter out, you put the knife in the peanut butter, then you take your knife out of the peanut butter, and you slather the peanut butter on the bread. Well, the computer will hear, get your bread, got bread. Get your peanut butter, got peanut butter. You tell it, open lid, it opens lid. Put knife in peanut butter. It'll take the knife and just drop it in the peanut butter. Oh, that video is to be on. Yeah, because that's exactly what programming is. Same thing works with AI. You're going to sit there and say, like, put it in the peanut butter. So it's going to just drop it in, handle first. It's like, okay, just going to drop it in and forget about it. Oh, take it out, picks it back up. As the programmer, you're like, you did it wrong. You cannot generate certain images because it doesn't know what a quarter full glass of wine is. Yes. Anything you get generated will always be based off of some code guessing what you want. It'll never understand what you want. And it's still always having to take that information from somewhere else. It's a lot of artists need examples. Like, yet again, if I were to go and suggest something to Alanna and I want it to have a certain pose, I would take an example of the pose I need to Alanna. But Alanna will look at that and will understand the meaning behind the pose, the meaning behind the movement, and will understand where that needs to go, where the lighting, the shadowing needs to go, and you'll get the feeling and the emotion that that's supposed to have. Versus you give it to AI, you say, I need this to have this pose. And you give it the picture of what it needs to have that pose. Alanna will draw something akin to that pose and will put it completely in their own style, making something akin to that. I want to be something similar to this. It'll be akin to that. The AI is going to take that. It's going to make that exact pose. It's damn near going to trace it. Because you gave it a reference. It's going to trace the reference, and then if you gave it a specific style prompting, it's going to try to make it fit that style prompting while also make it fit the original style prompting. And it's not going to understand exactly what needs to happen there. The shadows are going to be off. The lighting is going to be off. The emotion in the face is going to be off because they fuck up that all the time. And even when you have the right emotional prompt for it, it's still going to fuck it up to some degree because it's still not able to understand that. It doesn't have that in it. Versus Alanna, I could be like, this is the scene I'm working with, this is what I'm trying to get it to do, this is what I want it to convey, and Alanna can break that down. Alanna can break that down to its core and make that. An artist, in general, can do that. It's probably going to feed into itself and get worse again. It's already doing that at some point. So how would you feel about AI coding versus AI art question? Like, would you recommend I hire a freelancer instead of getting Copilot to help code my widget? When it comes to coding, yet again, it's a tool, but if you're using it just to build the thing for you, in my personal opinion, it'd be better to get a professional, to get a freelancer to help you code it, to help you make it, because you can bounce stuff off of it better, and it makes it easier to change stuff up and to work with. If you're going off of it via just AI and having like Copilot to have you help code it and do all this, that, and the other, if you're using it for a tool to figure out something, because there's lots of coders that will use AI to help figure out or break something down or to get an idea for how to make something be put together. But then it's going to do so in the most rudimentary way it can think to do so. It's going to say, okay, da-da-da. And you're going to get a lot of spaghetti coding that you're going to have to go in and fix or tell it over and over to fix. Versus a freelancer, as long as you've vetted them, which is, this comes down to when you're vetting an artist too, make sure that you know that the person you're asking can make what you're looking for, has experience making the type of thing that you're looking into, and you'll have better results. You'll have way better results in doing that. As I said, there are moments where you can use AI as a tool, and that's what it's supposed to be, is a tool. You can use it to help assist you in doing a thing. Like, you'd be like, how would I go about making this? And you can ask it, and it'll just say, okay, so it needs to do this, and 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 this. You're going to want to double check it over and over, because yet again, AI is nothing more than a smart 5-year-old, just like a standard computer, is nothing more than a smart 5-year-old waiting to have a tantrum. A coder would technically be better. Hiring a coder to work with you would probably be better, because you can constantly bounce stuff off back and forth between it. There's something else, though, to think about when you have AI generation, both in art and in coding. You lose creativity. Creativity is one of the strongest keys to invention. So think about it this way. Okay, so you're wanting to build a thing. If you just use AI to build it, it'll build it exactly the way you may envision it. Over time, and over screaming at it over and over to do this thing. You know what it won't do? It won't come up with new ideas. It won't come up with new designs. It'll only come up with what it knows and what it can find. So in art, it's only going to come up with what it's seen, what it knows, and what it's been told. Versus an artist, yet again, using Alanna as an example. Alanna, I'm sorry for pulling you up so much, but like, I could sit there and suggest this is what or I could tell Alanna this is everything I want. Alanna could be like, okay, that's cool, but what if? And possibly give me an idea for what I wanted that I wouldn't have thought of myself. Same thing with coding. You're trying to code a boss fight, and you try to code up the boss fight, and you just tell everything that you want it to do, and it does it. It'll do it in a fully not optimized way of doing it until you've beat it with a fucking stick to do exactly what you want to. In certain cases, it would have been faster just to code it yourself. But then past that, you don't get that back and forth that you would get with somebody else saying, that's cool, but what if we add this in? What if we add this explosion here? What if we add this attack here? What if we add this sword strike here? What if we add this new mechanic to avoiding the damage, avoiding the attack, avoiding this, that, and the other? Or what if we add this reward for doing this? The AI is not going to tell you, what if we add this? This could be cool. You will never get that moment with AI. It's not going to say, what if we add this? I think that could be cool. You're not going to get that. It's just going to give you what you asked it of. And you're going to miss out on other things that you could possibly design. All right, loves, it's time for me to curl up in bed with my man. Congrats again, Z, on beating that bitch. I hope y'all have a lovely Thursday. Ooh, care you all. We will be playing more of this tomorrow. We're going to probably start chapter 4 for this tomorrow. Fine, I'll be at everyone's dreams. Have a wonderful night, Alanna, and thank you for being here and being my example for so many things. You were like the best person I could think of for this kind of stuff. So I think of it this way. So like, so you're making and designing a game, right? You're doing all this, that, and the other. With the help of AI, it'll make exactly what you want after you beat it with a stick for a while. And that's fine. That's all well and good. but you won't get the creativity to add new things to it, new mechanics, new abilities. Alana's the best. End of sentence. Alana's the best. End of sentence. I mean, honestly. Let's just be real. But yeah, you don't get that back and forth. You don't get that. Most games that are made, good games that are made, don't play it safe with just build it and it's done. Meow. What they do is they have entire think tanks in a room that are talking back and forth and bouncing ideas back and forth off of each other. It's like, if we were to ask AI to make Sonic the Hedgehog, both the character and the game. I think my Switch fell asleep. Wake up. Both the character and the game. We would have not gotten the iconic blue hedgehog that we have today. Sonic the Hedgehog is the most weird amalgamation of what the fuck we've ever seen. He's a hedgehog that goes really fast because hedgehogs go fast. He's a hedgehog that can't swim because his creator didn't know that hedgehogs couldn't swim. He's red, white, and blue because America, because yes, that's part of his fucking design. With an attitude similar to fucking Bill Clinton because his can-do, not giving a fuck attitude and being quote-unquote way past cool was an attitude they wanted to go for the character. The buckles on his shoes were meant to represent Michael Jackson, and the colorations of his shoes and the fluffiness of his socks was meant to also represent Santa Claus. Like, that took a bunch of people in a fucking think tank together saying, but let's give him Santa shoes that go really, really fast. You know? That's the kind of thing you get. I think you make some great points. There are some completely AI widgets that I made, with approval from the supervisors, that I should probably go rewrite now, but I am okay with it since I'm better at optimizing code than building it from scratch. And see, yet again, that's using AI as a tool. If you're using it to give you kind of like a basis, in some cases that's fine, as long as it's not just completely copying somebody else's homework. If you're using it to be like, hey, I need to know how this works and how would I go about it, you get it, and then you go in, you optimize it, you actually make it what's supposed to be. There's some argument for that. There is some argument for that. Like, I'm not saying it's completely evil. You know? There is some argument. There's some wiggle room in there for discussion. So that is the thing. But that's where my biggest issue with AI is it kills creativity. You'll get so used to it. You'll get so used to it and so numb to it that you'll just let it do whatever, and a lot of creativity will be snuffed out in the process. Whereas you could think of crazy cool things you can add to stuff when you do it on your own. I would never give a client a piece of code that AI made and I didn't touch. Absolutely. Like that's good on you. Do not do that. But yeah, so like that's one of my biggest issues with it, is it completely snuffs the creativity and stuff you can make. The scary thing to me is that coders and artists are losing their jobs, and there will be consequences for the loss of human element and talent. There will be. If we get too reliant on AI, we will lose advancement. We'll lose advancement in the arts. We'll lose advancement in technology. Because a lot of people don't think about it, but art and technology are heavily intrinsically tied together. It takes creativity to make a video game. It takes creativity to make a program. It takes creativity to figure out what you want something to do. You have to have the creative mind and creative mindset to be able to do what you want to do and to make new ideas. If AI becomes so hyper prevalent, we lose that. And eventually everything stagnates and just locks itself into place, and we never advance. We never move forward. And that's a scary thought. I mean, could you imagine being stuck at where we're at right now when we're on the verge of so many new things that we could do? But if you become too complacent in just using AI to solve the problem and do the thing, where's the creative problem solving? Creative problem solving is a skill we used to value very heavily. You know, I have tomorrow off. I think I'm going to learn some character-specific tech in Smash. Fuck yeah! Got any characters in mind? And this is not to, like, just give you flack because you've used AI for building certain things. It's not to give you flack for it. I do like to make people have questions on that. I like people to pose questions. Because I want people to always be asking questions. Question society, question orders you're given, question the world, question why do things work. Never stop asking questions. And that is one of my biggest fears with AI is eventually we'll stop asking questions. We have so many people right now that already can't use Google for shit. They can't like one of the biggest things for like being tech support. Because I used to be tech support. One of the biggest things about being tech support was knowing how to properly use Google. Because anyone can use Google. You can ask Google, why is the sky blue? And it'll tell you. You'll find an answer to that somewhere. But knowing how to specifically ask what questions are needed to solve your problem, and knowing, like, okay, I got this answer, but it's not quite what I'm looking for, and knowing how to dig for that, when a lot of people don't know how to do that. This is the kind of good faith discussions we were chatting about earlier. Yes! And you've brought up great questions. You've brought up great questions for the discussion. And you've come up with facts that do track, such as transformative and derivative essentially being the same thing, where there are still differences, but at the end of the day, transformative is still derivative. It's just, where does it pass the threshold from that into that? Stuff like that, that's a good point to bring up. It's a great point to bring up. Banjo and Lucas. Man, I love Banjo, man. I'm not a good Banjo player, but I love Banjo. Lucas, though, that's interesting. But yeah, no. So, like, that's where it comes down to. And that's my biggest fear with the AI is eventually we're going to stop asking questions. That was one of my dad's biggest things before he passed away. My dad, from the time that I was the itty-bitty kid all the way up to being adult, my dad had a rule, and my mom followed the same rule. My mom and dad were both in heavy agreement on this. If any of us kids ever asked a question, the answer was never allowed to be just because, and it was never allowed to be I don't know. My parents would answer any question and encouraged every question from us. They would answer anything we asked. If they didn't know, the answer would be I don't know, but let's go find out. And we get on the computer, we go to the library, whatever it was, we would go find that answer. My dad took me to the library because I asked him, how does a microwave work? And my dad knew like the base principle of it, but he took me to the library to go find schematics that show exactly what makes the microwave tick. Partially so I wouldn't take apart the microwave to try to find it out myself, but that's like my biggest thing is like, we shouldn't ever stop asking questions. People like to call me smart all the time, but I'm not really all that smart. I just ask a lot of questions. Anytime I don't know something, I ask questions. Fuck, there are times I ask, like, I can give an example right this second. I got MT in chat. I've asked MT Smash questions because, like, I want to know more about a character. You know, I want to know more about how a character plays. Like, how do you do this? What does this do? You know? I ask my mods questions all the time. Hell, the entirety of the shit that we make for this channel, like the raid boss system, the card system. If I don't know how something works or how I would implement something, I go and I ask about it. I also answer any questions that are asked of me about a lot of this stuff. I've always viewed YouTube as friendly rivalries. You can't do it alone. You should succeed together instead of failing alone. Anytime I didn't know how to do something and Aderan made something cool on his stream, I went and talked to him about it. It's like, how did you do that? I want to know. Anytime I made something cool or weird that Aderan wanted to know about, he came to me. He's like, yo, where did you learn that? How did you do that? A lot of you guys asked me the other day, how do you draw on your screen like that? Because y'all were interested in how that works. And I was excited to tell you exactly how that works. I could keep that a secret all to myself and say, fuck it, go find out on your own. Instead, I was like, no, let me show you this. And I do that in hopes for, because if I show y'all this, how this works, maybe you'll discover something new with it that I don't know. You know? I think it'd be cool to work with people on my story idea. One of the characters I made, 3 sisters that each see a different aspect of the future. Oh, that's neat. Most important class I took in college was database design because it taught me how to properly use search engines. Yes! Alright, I want to stick around, but I need to sleep soon, so my mom and I can try to talk with Home Goods HR staff in the morning. Night, everyone. Have a wonderful night, spaghetti! Take care, pleasant nightmares to you. I wish you the best of luck on that. But yeah, like, the second everyone asked about that, I was all about showing everybody where I got the knowledge from. I didn't just sit there and say, here's the program. I didn't just sit there and say, here's the program I use, it works, da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. No, I sent people to the person I learned that info from. And I was like, here's the program I use, now go watch this person, they'll explain what it does and how it works, and then subscribe to this person because they teach a lot more than just this. You can learn more stuff from this person. I'm probably pulling an all-nighter because I need to leave for the airport in 2 hours. Jeebus. I just tell you, thumbnails look cool. But Panda, that information is important to me. I send you a thumbnail and want to know what you think of it. I don't just send it to you, I send it to several people, and I want the information from multiple sources saying, okay, here's the thumbnail, how does it look, what do you think of it? If I get a good reaction out of it, that's like, okay, that's a plus. And if I get the same reaction from everybody else, I know that needs to immediately be the one I use. But if I don't get that reaction, or if I only get that reaction from 1 or 2 people, like you may love something and somebody else may not, I now get to sit there and cross-reference these things to people. I get to say, okay, so I have this, I have that. Okay, so let's cross-reference that and see what we think. I value your opinion, so I ask you what you think on these things. That's why I send it to you, is I value that opinion. I want that, because that opinion, not only do I value that opinion, but that opinion actually is valuable. It gives me information. Even just saying, that's cool. Sometimes I want a little bit more than that's cool, but like, if I send you that and I get that's cool, it's like, okay, so this doesn't suck. Or the times where I sit there and send you 4 different thumbnails for the same stream, I'll send those out to you, and I expect you to tell me which one you like best. And you always tell me which one's better in your opinion. And I run that across multiple people right after that. It's like, okay, so what does everybody else think? Okay, so like either it's unanimous, everyone loves one, or it's not, and I now have to ask why certain people like certain ones versus the other ones. I'm really going to look and see what's different. Like, with this. Boop. Let's let it load in properly for myself here. Okay. So, we had the Tenna boss fight. We have this thumbnail. This thumbnail. And this one. This took me breaking down sprites to do this. But, like, I sent this out to multiple peeps. It was like, I need to know which is better and why. So I'm out here doing surveys. I do surveys. I do, a lot. I send these out to people. It's like, okay, so, like, which is better and why? And I picked the one that I thought fit the best. Tenda crashes out. The one that seemed to be unanimously chosen was the one down here at the bottom, where he looks panicked, and he's reaching out, and he looks like he's fucking crashing out. He looks kind of creepy. He looks kind of weird, but our heroes are stoically like, yeah, we're going to do the thing. Like, this is why I do this kind of stuff. Like, I want the info, because there's nothing more valuable in any field of work than information. By the way, most thumbnails you see, I make, like, 5 or 6 of them. Like the second one, because it looks like he didn't win the crash out. It does look like he didn't win the crash out. And you know what? That's right. That's cool. That's a neat one to have. But you know what my problem is with this one in particular? It looks like he didn't win the crash out. I hadn't fought him yet. So, for me, I wanted he's in the crash out. Which that was the information I got on this one. It's like, he looks like he's lost already. So we didn't use that one. This one looks like this one right here looked like he was about to lose. This one looked like he did lose. This one looks like he's losing his shit. So we went with he's losing his shit. That was what I got across the board when I brought this one out. Was it looks like he's losing his shit now. Here's the crash out. Versus this one, he's already lost, so he's already down. We hadn't done that yet. And this one looks like he might lose, which he's probably going to lose because we know what we're doing in the game so far. But we want to have that air of what if. And it was getting that knowledge from other peeps to show me that, which is why I did that. Because I did get one that's like, I like this one because it looks like he's already lost. Like it looks like he crashed out and it didn't go well for him. I got someone else that told me, it's like, I like this one because this one looks like he's desperately reaching out for it. And then another person liked the first one, but they liked the first one because it looked like it was that realization that he fucked up. So I had the realizes he's fucked up, realizes he's lost, and the is currently losing it. I tried using AI to generate an entire website from scratch for a personal project, and I think I actually found a different type of creativity. Because I wasn't mired in the code, I could more easily visualize new features and innovations, aside from the code optimizations, of course. And you will have moments like that. So yes, as I said, it's a tool. So like, even though I do worry about the loss of creativity, if it's used as a tool, not used as the solo thing, if it's used as a tool, yeah, it can be beneficial. There are parts where it works. But there's also always exceptions to every rule out there as well. One of my rules on this channel, and I'm needing to go back and lean more heavily into this because I have gotten a little more complacent, mostly because my life is so stressful right now. I've let myself become more complacent, but I'm not going to let that be the excuse. So told on a crutch. Exactly. Is my rule for myself used to be teach myself something new every day. Learn something new every day. There is no knowledge that is not power. Learn something new every day. And I would go through great lengths to teach myself something new on stream or for streaming and for content creation every day. I've kind of lost that over like this last year with all the chaos that's gone on, but I'm heavily getting back into it. Because that's how you innovate. That's how you keep people entertained. If I were to do the same thing every day, keep the same layout every day, and keep everything the same every day, it wouldn't be as entertaining. It would be very boring, very fast. I took unapproved naps today. Every time I tried to work on something today, I know those days. I get that. But I hope you're feeling all right. I hope the naps helped. But yeah, so that's definitely a thing to like heavily consider. I would tell people all the time, learn something new. Learn something new. So that's why I send people to people like Nutty and Senpai Gaming and several other content creators all the time. It's like, go learn something new today. Learn these things. Alright, so we've been sitting here the entire time. We finally beat the boss. We've done the thing. We're going to start up chapter 4 tomorrow. But I think I'm going to go ahead and start running down for the night. Go ahead and end here for the night. Why is that losing its shit now? Stop that. Alright, you too can play this game. Back to what I want. There we go. I just go with seatbelts, everyone! Why was that hit? Ah, okay. Please let this be a normal field trip. I did, but when I told my husband, he was... When I told my husband, and he was like, you can sleep 8 to 12 hours and be tired. I'm like, yeah, well, but yeah. And thank you for subscribing, Gerson, the Hammer of Justice. Or for following on Twitch. I'm sitting here getting like the two mixed up. I always get the two mixed up and bounce back and forth. But no, thank you very much. I appreciate you. We're going to be continuing with Chapter 4 tomorrow. So get hype and excited. I'm old. The amount of people I hear come in with the Gerson icon saying I'm old. Yeah. Yeah, no, we're going to be starting Chapter 4 and doing our first time play of Chapter 4 tomorrow and see how that goes. But I am. I mean, I feel you. Trust me, I'm very old. But I do appreciate you being here. Put the zombs? No way! Lord help me. We're all old here. Yes. Yes. Yes, we are. But no, we're winding down for the night because we finally beat the boss. We're going to start Chapter 4 tomorrow and go from there. But as you all know, this was Zombies Good On, your coffee fueled, gingerbread, undead. This has been Deltarune Chapter 3, where we finally beat the secret boss. We did the wacky smacky, we did the thing. It took us 4 nights to do it, but we finally fucking did it. We're gonna take care of yourselves, take care of each other, always pleasant nightmares. I will see all of you lovely peeps again tomorrow. Wait, we're all old? Always have been. But yes, have a wonderful night, peeps. I will see all of you lovely peeps again tomorrow. Meh, beep.